I just go right to the questions.
Talk over time.
Stephanie Griffin, and I'm the director of social at CNN. Our team basically consists of writers, so I think it's against the rules to use AI, simply because their ideas need to be their own and not generated by something like AI.
Do you personally use AI yourself? Have you ever used ChatGPT?
No, I've never used it. I've actually never used it, I swear.
My name is Danny Griffin, and I am a real estate broker owner. I use AI for content creation, specifically for all of our blog posts. So what we'll do is we will look for a trending topic in real estate, and then we'll ask specifically ChatGPT with a prompt to be a blog writer on our behalf and to take some core basic information and write us a blog piece. That produces a piece of core content weekly, and it's an easy blog post. It's just a smart way to do business because it's informative on behalf of the company, giving away our best what to do information or what to know about if you're thinking about buying or selling residential property.
I definitely think it would negatively affect students simply because you get all of the information at your fingertips, and I think it would now prevent them from learning and spending hours researching and reading books and researching online. I think it could potentially lead to cheating or not like digesting the information and then being put in positions where you don't actually know what you're talking about or what you're writing about because you've relied on something like AI.
I think the usage of ChatGPT for students is a very slippery slope. I think on the positive side of the ledger would be if a student uses ChatGPT as an extra tutor. For example, during homework, if the student is studying and there's a question and you ask as if another teacher is in the room for ChatGPT to give you some insight and you're adding that to what you're learning, then it's an excellent tool. But I think if the student defers the learning or delegates all the workload to ChatGPT and goes into a cut and paste mode, I think it could actually end up being a disastrous part of the learning process and really stripping away the whole purpose of pushing yourself to learn and developing those synapses and new neural network highways to really learn a subject. So I think it's a real slippery slope.
I definitely think he's right. I think it depends on how you're using it. I think if people use it for cheating, like the implications are you could get kicked out of school or get in trouble, you're not learning. So I think it's negative in that way. I also come from a media background where I work with a lot of writers and I write myself for different captions across different social media channels. And I know there are now AI integrations where the captions or the article can be written for you, and I think that could potentially replace actual humans doing these jobs.
I don't agree with his quote about, or his thought process that AI is going to just stomp out the human race somehow miraculously. I think the unknown part of the future is, will a human be blended with a robot as we begin to place chips inside of humans? What do we create in that scenario? And who do we create? I think that's a scary prospect. But for AI to completely replace a human race, I just don't see it happening because that creation still seems to be extremely dependent on humans. How do you create a digital race that replaces the race that created it? I think that's a tricky one. I think that's a long stretch, at least where we are today.